3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Like and subscribe! Hey kid, so we have read all kinds of books, right? Books that are about kids, books that are for monsters, books that are for moms, books that are for teachers, books that are dedicated to all kinds of different kinds of people, things. Yeah, that. But if you come to Earth, maybe the first time that I can ever recall reading a book that is dedicated to aliens out there.
You mean the little green guys out there? Oh, I thought that they were gray. I thought they were green.
I mean, really, like, whatever color they are, this book is for them.
Oh, is it like, hi, how are you? Don't eat us? Yeah, that sounds important instruction.
Yeah, I think so. Shall we see what message we have for the aliens out there?
Okay, as long as they don't eat us. Yeah, they should really put that in the book.
Yeah, I don't think that this book is for that kind of an alien. The people-eating kind? If that's even a kind of alien? I mean, if you wrote a book for them, you just open it up and all it would say would be like, ah! Right? That wouldn't be that interesting. But let's see, if you come to Earth, what this message is for the aliens out there. Oh, and look, the message is being written in this house, and off goes the message, somewhere out there, from, obviously, right here on Earth, where we have a beautiful sun. If you come to Earth, don't eat us. Dear visitor from outer space, if you come to Earth, here's what you need to know. Okay, good. So this kid is going to give them like the whole how-to situation, where things are, how things are laid out, so that way, they feel at home, comfortable, they don't panic. We don't want panicked aliens, whatever happens. You can find us near a big sun and a tiny moon and a bunch of other planets. Ours is the greeny blue one. And in my opinion, the prettiest one. The green and brown bits are land, where we are. Wait, unless you're watching us on a surfboard or a houseboat, and in that case, the blue stuff is water, and that's where you would be, with that whale. Ooh. See, this is the view of Earth upside down, because the alien could be looking down this way, and there are the mountains, and there are some streams, and there's the blue parts, which is the ocean, and there's obviously the biggest whale ever. People mostly live on the land in big cities, again, unless you're on a houseboat, and they also live in small towns and tiny villages, or just in the middle of nowhere. Which is great if you're the kind of kid who likes to get away from it all. We live in all kinds of homes. Oh yeah, you name it. It could be like this adobe looking thing. There's a houseboat I mentioned, and there's this cute hut, and there's a tree house, and then there's this yurt looking thing, and then there's this house with a nice chimney, and a classic red brick 2-story, and this one, it looks like the Taj Mahal. Ooh, modern. I like this one. Ooh, this one looks really cool too. And how about this? Classic city living, side by side, snuggled up tall skinny buildings that you see in like Chicago or New York. Dream home, lighthouse, tall industrial complex. And then some people have lost their homes like these. We've lost our homes in a fire, in a flood, in a war. Yep, people have homes, and sometimes people lose their homes and have to go find a new one. In all kinds of families people live in. So yeah, some families have dogs. Some families have hula hoops. Some families have bicycles. Some families have skateboards. Some families have cakes. Some families do drawing. So you can see, some families have abuelas. And some families like to read the newspaper back to back. So many different kinds of families. Catch! Woo! There are more than 7 billion people on Earth. That's 7 billion, which is really high to count. We all have bodies. Check. But every body is different. Except for my friends who are identical twins and look the same. Except for Mustafa's mole. See there? There's Mustafa, Mustafa's brother. Mustafa, Mustafa's brother. That's how you tell them apart. So everybody's different, except for these guys. But then, the mole. Inside our heads, we are usually thinking. You can't see our thoughts, aliens. But sometimes we show our feelings on our faces. Right? You know that. You can tell when somebody's thinking something even if they're not saying it. And sometimes people can totally pick out how you're feeling even if you haven't said a word. Look at this. She's clearly upset. She's pleased. She's having a good time. She's scared. She's shocked. She's suspicious. He's grumpy. She's blue. He's pouty. And this kid is whatever that is. Even if we don't feel like it, we get dressed every day. True story. We wear different clothes depending on what we do and where we live and if it's hot or cold. Totally true. So you might wear this or you might wear that fancy outfit if you go play for the orchestra, or you wear suspenders because they look cool and they keep your pants up, or if you're getting married, you wear that, or if you're going into outer space, you definitely wear that, which might be how the aliens might see us and think we always look that way. And if you're an elf, you definitely wear a fuzzy scarf. And isn't it fun to see clothes on the clothing line? It's sort of fun to imagine the different kinds of people that wear the different kinds of clothes. The clothes really do tell you a lot about that person and where they live and if they're hot or if they're cold. There are lots of different weather in the world, aliens, so bring different changes of clothes because we don't know where they're going to land. Let's see, this one is a sunny weather, windy, rainy, sleet. Some of it's good. Ooh, snowman weather. And some of it's bad. Oh, foggy. Lightning. Oh no, flooding when it rains too fast and too hard in one spot for too long. And then we can't absorb the water fast enough. And that happens. Now, wherever people live, we usually have to go someplace else. Isn't that the truth? Like, you're here, but then you have to go over there. And the person who's over there, you know where they have to be? Over here. Always on the move. That's just how we are, right? Going places. There are lots of ways to get there. Perhaps by hot air balloon or helicopter or airplane or train or school bus or ice cream truck or garbage truck or tractor or, in a semi moving an entire house, or by police car or by sailboat or by cruise ship or by canoe or by stretch limousines, or by, look at a trailer, maybe going off to a camping adventure, an ambulance if you're going to the hospital, or by station wagon carrying a Christmas tree, or by horse, or boing boing, by boing boing. That's transportation, right? And ice skating, walking, Vespa, luging, so many ways to get from here to there, or from there to here, or from up there to down here. I'm a kid, and kids go to school to learn stuff. So we'll know what to do when we're grown up. And this is an excellent example for aliens to understand our schools, right? So if you go to school at a school, you might sit at a table with a lot of kids. I mean, this is pretty classic, right? You've got the colored pencils, paper to draw on, other people to talk to. If you're homeschooled, maybe you just have your siblings there, or just a close group of friends, or maybe it's just you and your teacher parent. Now, grown-ups do a lot of things to make the world work. Aliens, you hear that? So what examples do we have here? Oh, so many. We have a singer. We have clearly a librarian here. And we have a banana. Sometimes people have to be a banana. And we have a beekeeper, a sculptor, an artist, an astronaut, a tennis player, a barber, a janitor, a judge, a doctor, a cowboy police person, maybe an architect, a chess player. Can you believe that people have chess playing as a job competitively? Very cool job. What else can we have here? Oh, you might be a butcher. You might be a mom. You might be a baker. You might be a lawyer. You might be a botanist, a dancer, tumbler. So many interesting jobs. Oh, what is this? Could this be an author? Yeah. Or I like to maybe think of this person as a storyteller. But when people are not at work or at school or sick or asleep, we get to do whatever we want. And that's when we really start having extra fun, right? We might be singing by the campfire or ice skating or playing soccer or dancing or watching television or a movie or playing checkers or swinging at the park or reading a KidTime StoryTime up in a tree or building a sandcastle or painting artwork. I like to spend my free time vocalizing la 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 la.
I like to spend my free time working on some mad raps. Finding all the words that rhyme with president. Yeah.
I like to spend my free time trying to find acts of kindness I could do.
I like to spend my free time cheesing it up. It's valid.
Whatever floats your cheese boat. Whatever we are doing, we need to eat when we are hungry. Some of us have more food than others. We all need food and water to survive. You hear that, aliens? We need the food and water, so bring your own snacks. What do we have at this gorgeous table? Do you see this?
I see everything.
So do you see the
Cake, spaghetti, fish, sushi, fresh bread, beans, empanadas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I see the cheese pizza, and that's all I need to see.
And we have skewers, and we have naan. Oh, I love a naan starter.
And there's turkey, and there's salad. And pancakes. I'm so hungry already. Can we eat?
After we read,
Okay.
we get water from the rain, which flows into little streams and into big rivers and all the way to the sea. Now, you can't drink the sea, aliens, because it's too salty. That's why we drink from the tap. Now, the sea may look empty to you. Blop, 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 blop. Ha, 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 ha. That is funny, because I know, yes, Octavius the octopus, that the sea is jam-packed. Ask me how I know. How do you know? Because it is full of all my friends. Turn the page, please. Okay, all right, here I go. See that? It's full of my friends, and there's Whaley, and there's Turley, and there's Octopus Guy, and then there's that Eel Guy, and then that one, and Mushy, and Specky. They're all here, the whole gang. Well, I better get back down there. They're probably wondering where I am. Bloop, 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 bloop. So you see, it may look empty to you up there, aliens, because you're only seeing the surface, but when you go in, it's full. Now, fish, the residents of the oceans and the streams and the ponds and the streams and everything, they can swim, but they cannot walk. So that's their deal. Most animals can walk or swim or gallop or hop, but they can't fly. I can fly. Some birds can swim and walk and fly. I can fly. So if I had to choose, I'd be a bird. Woo, woo. Hootie the owl approves. Woo. Now birds can sing fa la la la. So can whales. And so can people. And that's called scatting. Now, people make all kinds of music. As you can see, we have a whole assortment of instruments. Maybe we'll play when you come and visit. So people make all kinds of music on our own or all together. Some of us who are deaf talk with our hands and our faces. See, and this right here, American Sign Language, this is the alphabet A to Z in sign language. Some of us who are blind read with our fingers. See them feeling the page? And this is the alphabet in Braille, so that if you can't see, you can feel. If we are blind, we can imagine colors as shapes and sounds. And by the way, aliens, these right here are the colors you need to paint everything in the world. The aliens are going to be so knowledgeable when they get here. They should probably write one for us so that we know what's up with them, right? That would be courteous. Now, some things are part of nature, like butterflies and snails and flowers and leaves and mushrooms. And then there are other things that are made by people, like light bulbs and soccer balls and old-fashioned telephones and eyeglasses and lighthouses and perfect little teacups and hangers for our clothing and scissors so we can make craft projects and television screens so we can watch KidTime StoryTime and other things. Some things are big, like the Titanic, or the Eiffel Tower, or the bones of a prehistoric gigantic T-Rex of some kind. And then some things are really, really small, like Dill's wandering eyeball, or a thimble, or a tiny key, or a hook, or a tooth, or that earring I lost back in 19... Some things are invisible, like wind, an invisible cloak, ghosts. I didn't see that. Things like gravity are invisible, electricity, the smell of roast chicken, old socks, frangipani, wet wool, sound waves, germs, all invisible. But you know they're there. Now, some germs, which are invisible, can make you sick. So, can eating a woolly milk cap toadstool, for example, or breathing in smoke, or getting spat on by a slow loris.
Rude.
Totally. So, that could really knock us out. And then sometimes people get hurt by accident by, falling off that ladder. Ouch! Hitting themselves with something. Whoa! Falling off that skateboard and boom. They're laid up for a while. Ouch. You hang in there, bud. So, aliens, make sure that you try not to fall off of any ladders or get spit on by any slow lorises, or fast ones for that matter. Sometimes we hurt each other. Mom! Oh, the warring twins, the one with the mole and the one without. But then sometimes grown-ups hurt each other in wars. It's better when we help each other. Like here. Oh, let me get that for you. Thanks. Oh, let me open the door for you. Thanks. I'm sad and I'm crying. Here, have this tissue. And, oh, here, ma'am, let me help you figure out that confusing internet page. And here, let me read to you, kid, since you're having trouble with that word. Or, hey, kid, you dropped your toy. Here you go. See, it's nicer when we help each other. Babies are not very good at anything. Except being super cute, Lana. Now, kids are good at lots of things. And grown-ups can do just about anything until they are really, really old. But by then, the babies are grown up, and then they can help. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's the circle of life. We're all supposed to help each other at every step of the way. So, like, when you're a baby...
Like on a lamb?
Yeah, when you're a baby, we have to help you do everything.
Yeah, like I help Lana Lamb get dressed, and I help her with her bottle, and I help her with, like, the alphabet so she can learn. she's doing really well.
See how well she's doing? And somebody had to help you do all that stuff when you're a baby and help you learn how to tie your shoes and help you learn a computer or how to read a book. And then later on, when you're big and strong and the grown-up is older and tired and maybe a little bit fragile, then you can be the one to swoop in and help.
Like maybe Lana Lamb one day will help tie my shoe? Or help read to me when my eyes are tired?
Exactly. It's how we show love all the way around.
I like that.
Older people are good at telling stories about the world when they were young, and they can tell us how things used to be, how they used to communicate, how they used to have fun, the games they played, the music and how they heard it, and the inventions of their day, and the original form of email right there. Yeah, they can tell us the past so we know where we came from. And now kids, they are good at making up stories that haven't happened yet, like about space aliens and that creature and then that one, like a rocket whale there, and then that long squiggly one, things that are yet to be. There are lots of things we don't know. We don't know where we were before we were born or where exactly we'll go when we die, but right this minute, right now, we are here together on this beautiful planet with the beautiful glowing sun and the beautiful greens and blues. If you come to Earth, aliens, you can stay in my room. Love, Quinn.
Oh man, I wanted to stay in my room.
Oh, perhaps I can sing a song for them.
It's all good unless they touch my cheese. No touching of my cheese, aliens.
And come to think of it, will they even fit in Quinn's room? I mean, are they small enough to fit inside the dollhouse? Or are they the size of the bed? Or maybe they're the size of the whole house. There are things we just don't know. Quinn, have you thought to ask any of these questions before offering? P.S. Oh, there's more. How many eyes do you have? Are you small or big? That's important. Do you have any pets? When's your birthday? Is it always dark where you are? Are you going to visit us? My friends and I want to know. So as soon as the aliens have written the book and sent it to us so that we know what to expect when they come to visit, I'll read it to you so we can all be prepared. Until then, I'll keep practicing. Oh.